Hey Regicide, happy Valentine's Day. This is February 14th, 2021, and I'm going to tell you about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day commemorates the martyrdom, that's the killing, of Saint Valentine of Rome, who was killed in 269 AD, which is, 1800 years ago, give or take. He was the head of the church in Rome at that time, and legend goes that he was martyred because he performed marriages between Christians, which wasn't allowed at that time. And so the Romans were persecuting the church at that time, so they rounded up the bishop because he was in charge and they chopped off his head. It came to be associated with romance in the late 1300s. They think the first real tying of it to romance was by Geoffrey Chaucer, who was a writer who wrote in something called Middle English. Now, you and I speak what's called modern English. Middle English was what was spoken in the 1300s, 1400s, and is kind of difficult to understand. If you look at it and kind of squint and go, maybe you can understand it. And so this is part of his poem from A Parliament of Fowls that was written to honor the anniversary of the engagement of Richard II of England to Anne of Bohemia. So here it is in Middle English, which is, you may not understand all of it, but you'll get some of it. For this was on St. Valentine's Day, when every bird cometh there to cheeses his maker. For every kinder that men thinke may, so that a huge noise again they make. That earth and airy and tree and every lake, so full was that on earth there was the space. For me to stand so full was all the place. So that's Middle English, translated into modern English. For this was on St. Valentine's Day, when every bird comes there to choose his match, of every kind of that men may think of. And that so huge a noise that they began to make, that earth and air and tree and every lake was so full, that not easily was there space for me to stand, so full was the place. So, Valentine's Day started to become associated with romance then. Hamlet picked up, or Shakespeare picked up on this in Hamlet. And in the 1800s, it really kicked off. 1800s were this time of growth and prosperity where all of a sudden people had money and education. And so they started writing to each other. And so if you needed an occasion to write, hey, it's Valentine's Day, let's write something romantic. So then hearts became a thing, and people would write them up and write cute notes on them and put lace around the edges and mail them off to people. And that's sort of picked up and became a tradition. And when I was in elementary school, kindergarten, first, second, third grade, for Valentine's Day, what we did, and you'll probably be doing this because, this has just been the thing to do forever, was we'd get a shoebox and we'd bring it in and we'd cover it with construction paper and red and decorate it and put a hole on top. And on Valentine's Day, everybody would bring in a card for every other member of their class. So if there's 20 people, you get 20 cards. And you'd go and you'd get a package of 12. And it's like Spider-Man and the webbing and I'm stuck on you and things like that. So you just get the cards for everybody and everyone got the same and everybody did the same, so nobody felt left out. But maybe write something special in for a friend. But that's what I did when I was 5, 6, and now it's like I send gifts to your lolly, and so I got her duct tape because she loves tape and office supplies and things like that. And I got her these Post-it notes because Lolly just loves Post-it notes and sticking them on people and writing messages. So I figure, I'll help her out and give her some. And these Post-it notes are Bob Ross, who did The Joy of Painting, and you can watch videos of the joy of painting on YouTube. And he was this guy in the 70s and such who just painted. And he did shows teaching people how to paint. And it was always the happy little trees and birds, and actually not so much birds, but it's like mountains and clouds and rivers and trees, lots of trees. And it was just like peaceful, peaceful landscapes. And your lolly got me cookies. I like cookies. I'm sharing them with Lolly because, you know, sharing is good. And there's some fun cookies in here. This little heart cookie. It says true love with a little heart. It'd be really cool if the little heart had true and a little heart in that and a little heart in that and a little heart in that. But this is cool. It's true love. Because your Lolly loves me and I love your Lolly. But anyway, Regicide, that is Valentine's Day, and I hope you have a great one.